Most of you have probably heard of those career quizzes that you can take. They ask you your personality traits, your likes, your dislikes, and then at the end, they'll tell you the job or career path that you should pursue. Well, I think a lot of those are pretty outdated and not so accurate. Welcome to Find Your Power podcast. I am your host, Avery Jane. So, today we are going to be taking a slightly different approach to these quizzes. And with the same goal in mind, I encourage you guys to go along this quiz with me and kind of test yourself and see what results we get together. I think there's a big difference between the traditional career quiz and real life because it's going to give you one answer in those old fashioned career or job quizzes that you can take, but in reality, there are so many different paths that you can take that could all be opportunities for you that could really work out. My biggest example of how those quizzes are not quite so accurate is my mom telling me that when she took one of those in high school, her response was that she should be a DJ. Now she is a health center director at a university. She didn't quite follow through with the route of being a DJ, but I think she's very happy with the path that she actually went on. Now, this quiz specifically isn't going to be about just picking one job title. I think that's a little bit too specific, and I think that's partly why these quizzes can be so inaccurate or outdated, is because it only gives you specific job titles at the end most of the time. So, for this quiz, I want you to more discover the careers that might be able to fit into who you are, more than just I'm at the end. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you should be a doctor, you should be a paramedic, you should be sales rep. I'm not going to say that, but I am going to tell you that maybe you should work in an office environment versus maybe you should work one on one with people. So just kind of think of it that way. Think of it in a way of more general, but kind of getting a better idea into the job type that you want to have. And also use these questions as more of like a pattern. One answer is not going to tell you everything about yourself. So rather than focusing on each question individually, I'd like you to try to focus on them collectively as an entire quiz, not just each individual question, because all of them together is really what's going to help you understand who you are and what you're looking for individually. So before we even start the quiz, I really encourage you guys to pause this video now. Well, not quite now, but pause this video, write down some personal characteristics or personal traits about yourself, and when you're writing, you can ask yourself these things. Maybe ask yourself a few words that describe you. You can ask yourself, what do people often compliment you on? And also, what drains you or energizes you? And when you're thinking about these things, it doesn't just have to be one word, one sentence. You can write it however you want. This is just for you to kind of get an outline before you start the quiz. So that way it's on the top of your head, kind of who you are and being self aware, because that's going to help you answer the questions very honestly and truthfully, and not just from what you think should be the right answer. Because, of course, there are no right or wrong answers in these. Some more questions that you can ask yourself might be your personality traits, your work style preferences, and also the things that you've learned about yourself over time. So, I encourage you to pause this now and go ahead and do those. So, hopefully, you pause the video and now you have a nice little list of who you are. If you struggled on some of them and you are not quite finished with your list, that is totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and read you some of mine that I wrote down before the episode. That way, if you guys need help of thinking of some things, you guys can totally use mine as well if they align with you. And also, I want to help you kind of think of ways that you can write out these questions or write out your traits, how they are. So, answering the questions for myself personally, I wrote down some of my personality traits, including an extrovert, but I do need alone time to recharge. I would consider myself a leader in a lot of senses, But at the same time, I only act as a leader once I really know what I'm doing or what I'm supposed to do and the expectations of me. I would say I am people oriented, but I am not loud. I am more observant. I value productivity and routine, but I also highly value travel and quiet. When it comes to my work style preferences, I work best when I have my own space, but I am still surrounded by people. I struggle when I can't focus because of too much noise or when I haven't had a chance to move my body because I really prioritize stretching or going for walks or some type of exercise in between my work just because for me personally sitting down all day on a computer or working on paper whatever I'm doing at a desk starts to make me feel very stiff and I feel that my brain doesn't work as well when I do that. I am motivated when my work is helpful because busy work drains me. And I need some structure, but I do not do well under micromanagement. Now, to what I have learned about myself, when you're thinking about these, if it helps, you can also use the sentence, I used to think blank, but I've learned blank. So for me, I used to think I wanted fast pace all the time, but I've learned that balance is important and needed for my life. I have also learned that I thrive when I'm growing, and staying stagnant makes me anxious. So I hope some of these helped you guys as well. But these are my personal things about myself. And honestly, I think it's really important to just kind of reflect sometimes on yourself and just do some self awareness journaling every once in a while. I talk about that as well in my setting goals and marking accomplishments episode. But I think it's really important to self reflect a lot of times because self awareness is really important. And that's also a little peep into the next episode. It will be as well on self awareness. And now into the meat of the episode, we have the actual quiz. So for the part one, it's going to be on energy and environment. So, first, do you feel more energized by A, people and conversations, B, solo focus and deep work, or C, a mix of both? Once you think of that, think do you prefer more structure and routine, flexibility and autonomy, or controlled chaos? Depending on what your answers were for both of those, you may be more tied into people forward roles, independent slash analytical roles, or hybrid careers. For part two, motivation and meaning, what matters more to you right now? A, impact, B, stability, C, creativity, or D, growth and learning? And of course, for a lot of these questions, it's okay, it's totally fine to put more than one answer. I think for mine, I put more than one answer almost every time. It's really hard to pick only one. But of course, if it helps you as well, you can also just try to focus with picking one answer. Also, I am going to read you guys all my answers at the end. I think that it is better to go about it in the way that first I'm going to read all the questions. That way, you guys can just focus on your answers. And after I finish reading the quiz, I'll go ahead and read all of my answers, and we can kind of dissect how to tie in the answers with the career, as well as what you put for your answers, and what that means for you and your career. So, would you rather feel helpful, feel accomplished, feel inspired, or feel secure? And depending on your answers to those, you might fall into a career category of service and helping others, achievement driven careers, creative careers, or security focused careers. For part three, this is on stress style and decision making. So, under pressure, do you A, take control, B, seek support, C, overthink, or D, adapt quickly? And do you prefer clear expectations, freedom to figure it out, immediate feedback, or long term projects? Depending on your answer, The career fit insight may be leadership and management paths, collaborative team roles, research and strategy roles, or execution based roles. Part 4 is work life values. Which do you value more right now at this point in your life? A. Time freedom. B. Financial growth. C. Work life balance. Or D. Purpose driven work. And do you want your career to be your identity, support your life, evolve often, or feel stable long term? Depending on your answers to those, you may want to go into entrepreneurship or freelancing, corporate or clinical paths, portfolio careers or multiple roles, or traditional long term roles. And lastly, part 5, how do you actually work? So, are you motivated by A, deadlines, B, people relying on you, C, personal goals, or D, external rewards? And do you like fast paced environments, or predictable routines, or project based work, or maybe learning on the job? Depending on your answers, you may prefer high intensity roles, consistency based roles, creative project roles, or skill building careers. So, now for identifying your results. So, when you're reading your results, I hope that you wrote down your answers. If not, you can go back and do that. But you want to look for patterns, like I said in the beginning, not just one answer. And you're also not picking a job. In this case, you're identifying your work environment, your ideal energy type, your values, and your stress tolerance. And now I want to go ahead and share my own results. This may help as well in determining the area that you personally want to go into. But for my results, for the first part, I said people forward roles or hybrid careers. For the second part, I said impact, creativity, or growth and learning. So that one was very hard for me to pick only one. And I said I would most likely rather be helpful. This puts me more into service and helping careers. For part 3, I said I would take control and adapt quickly. And I would prefer the freedom to figure it out and also have immediate feedback. So this puts me more on a collaborative team roles or research and strategy. For part 4, I said I most value time freedom and purpose driven work. For the next question, I had a very hard time actually answering it. I really don't know at this point in my life what type of job path I want to go on, whether that's the traditional long term or multiple roles. If I had to pick, I did say a mixture of both of those because the other two didn't quite align with me right now. But like I said, that question in part 4 was very hard for me to answer. So if you had any like that as well, that's totally fine. Maybe it's just the time in your life, it's hard to say. And that's okay. I still have plenty of time to figure it out, and so do you. And for part 5, I said people relying on me and personal goals are going to motivate me the most. And I prefer fast paced environments and learning on the job, which puts me best in high intensity roles and skill building careers. I hope that quiz actually helped you a little bit and gave you a little bit of an idea on the type of career that you would like to go into. Of course, like I said in the beginning, I wasn't going to give you a direct answer on what you should do for your future, but analyzing what drives you and kind of what is important to you and how you work well and how you work best. What energizes you, what drains you. Honestly, just being self aware in general is really going to help you figure out kind of what route is best for you and also where to experiment. But I want to remind you guys that you don't need one forever career. And that's another reason why I didn't just give you one answer at the end, because that's very unrealistic in the way that a lot of people don't just get into one career straight after college, straight after high school, and stick with that for the rest of their life until retirement. I think that's a very inaccurate picture of how we see things a lot of times, and it's not very realistic. So, careers should evolve as you evolve. You don't need to stick with one. Always start out with something that you like. If you realize that you don't like it anymore, or you realize it doesn't fit who you are anymore, just get out of that, and it's okay to do that. I talk a lot about that with the interview with my dad when we talk about how he changed his career path only 3 years away from retirement. Why? Because it didn't suit him anymore, and it didn't follow and align with his values and the things that he held dearly to him in his life and what he was looking for a good quality of life. And that's totally okay. If it doesn't align with you anymore, you can get out of it. You don't have to stay. You're not stuck. There's more opportunities. Even if you are living situation where you're living paycheck to paycheck and you feel stuck, you can't leave your job, you can always try incorporating something else into your life that you do enjoy, that makes you money. Say another career, another job path, but maybe one that you start slow. And I would advise that you keep your job, of course, the one that you have now, the one that's making you the money that you're not so much aligned with anymore. Keep that job, but try to incorporate the other job on your off time. And slowly but surely, you can start to transition into the job that you prefer rather than going cold turkey from your old job and transitioning into the new one. That way, you don't have to just quit and be done, because a lot of times that's unrealistic. So just don't give up. If you feel stuck and you feel like there's no other opportunity for you, there's no other option, I want you to just really try to change your mindset and think that yes, there is another option for you. You just have to find a way around it and you have to find a way to get there. And it might not be easy, but if you dissect your life and you realize you would rather go through the hard route, the hard work first, and then you'll have a higher quality of life, most of the time, that's how it's going to happen. That's how you're going to get there. So, I also want to reassure you that you're not behind, even if you have no idea what kind of career path you want to go on, what you want to do in life. That's totally fine. You're not behind. Nobody really knows what they want to do forever, especially in college. And if they do, well, they're just one in a million, I guess. You're not indecisive, you're just self aware. You know that you have things that you love and that you enjoy, but maybe you just can't piece them together quite yet to make it into a job that you would enjoy as well. So, for this reason, I encourage you guys to research career categories, not just job titles, because this will really give you an insight on the categories that you want to get into and give you more opportunity. Maybe you can shadow or volunteer before you commit, because that way you can try out many things without just having to go right into a job that you get stuck into. Maybe if you have the opportunity to shadow or volunteer, I would take that opportunity and talk to people in those roles that you're curious about. You get the most insight when you talk to people that are already doing these things rather than talking to the people simply that are just trying to hire you. The people that are going to be trying to hire you might be giving you a perspective that you want to see of the job. So asking people that are already in the job, that don't really mind if you get in it or not, aren't trying to kind of convince you to join the team, they are going to give you a realistic perspective. And this can really give you the idea of if that is something that aligns with you or not. I also want to invite you guys to revisit this quiz in a few months, or maybe even just at the end of the year if you are listening to this when it did come out at the beginning of 2026, because I think revisiting these questions about yourself can really help you in the future, as well as figuring out what you want to do and if you are ready to evolve into something new. Because we're not always going to have the same answers to these questions our entire life. Most of us aren't. And you're always evolving just as the job world is always evolving as well. I want to remind you guys that your career should fit you. It shouldn't be the other way around. You don't have to fit into a career that you have in your mind that you must go into. Your career should fit you, not the other way around. And I also want to encourage you guys to comment below your traits that you listed, maybe some of the answers to your questions, maybe your results that you find when after doing some self-reflection on what kind of path that you should go into or career categories that you might find interest in or do some research in. Because who knows, maybe other listeners in the comments might have the same answers as you, and we can all really help each other out in a way of finding what we want to do, as well as helping each other out when it comes to connecting and giving ideas. So that about wraps up today's episode. I know it was a bit of a shorter one. Just wanted to start something simple for the beginning of the new year. Happy New Year to you guys. If you are listening to this when it first comes out, I know you guys have probably heard this plenty of times already, but the new year is really a good time for new beginnings as well as really self reflecting and diving into your self awareness. So, I am going to be doing quite a lot of episodes about that within the next month of January because I think it's very important to just have some self reflection right now and kind of realize who you are, what you should do, what aligns with you for this new year, and just writing your next chapter. This whole new year, 12 full months ahead of us, what chapter are you going to write this year? Thank you guys again so much for listening. I want to remind you, like I always do, if you're feeling stuck right now, it's not a forever thing. And you're also not alone. Everyone has gone through stagnant moments in their life, and they have gotten through it just as you will now. Tune in every Thursday to listen or watch on YouTube and Spotify. Like I said before, I'm also now on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Audible for audio only. And make sure to check out the Instagram or the TikTok at findyourpower_podcast. And feel free to DM me there as well. Thank you guys again so much. I appreciate you all for being here. And if you enjoyed, please rate the podcast 5 stars on Spotify or Apple and leave any comments or reviews that you wish. I appreciate constructive criticism, but please be nice. And also, if you are listening or watching the podcast on YouTube, please subscribe there and like and comment on the videos. It really helps the podcast grow. And don't forget, if you have a family member or a friend or any loved one in your life that you think could really benefit from this podcast, please share this with them. We don't gatekeep here, and they really might thank you later for it. And lastly, if you would like to be featured for an interview on the podcast, you can send me an email at the email linked in the podcast description or shoot me a DM on the Instagram and we can talk there as well. I will talk to you guys again soon, and don't forget, we will find your power.